What's up, everyone? This is going to be a quick stream this evening just because of some IRL stuff. But yeah, I was planning to, stream some more biking for a couple hours and talk about her because, she's the new hotness in Guilty Gear. Everyone's loving her, figuring out her gameplay. Myself included. I'm definitely going to be switching over to her from Gold Lewis for the foreseeable future. As much as I love that man, she's just too good. And I just wanted to take some time to talk about her, talk about what people have kind of, the community, I should say, has learned over the weekend. Because, what a difference a day, let alone, a few days makes, as will a week, a month, so on and so forth. So yeah, wanted to just kind of discover all that, get some matches in, and I wanted to, stream for a solid length of time, but these motherfuckers over at SNK, just before I'm about to sit down here and, just kind of get all into this, they dropped their DLC trailer for KOF 15. And not only do they drop their DLC, but it is all I can say is the leaks were real. The leaks were real. They showed us officially Team Garo and Team Southtown, and pardon me for any sort of, inarticulation or otherwise, but I am just like, I lost my fucking shit, and I am stunned that this is real. And, right now I have this kind of single monitor setup thing, so I can't go and show off the trailer, but I'll probably retweet it and such, and if you know me, I've probably already sent it to you, but holy fuck. I am so jacked up and excited. I can't. These are the characters I've wanted. I've been waiting to see them, and it's just, whew. I've been a patient motherfucker. Let me just say that. I have been a really patient motherfucker to see these guys in action, and now that they're officially here, it is so saucy. It is, they let off with Rock. Everyone knows Rock, thanks to Maximilian, dude, most notable Howard fanboy out there, but he ain't the only one, so he was at the start. I honestly, I thought Gatto, right? So Rock was kind of a given, right? Fan favorite, so I expected him to show up sooner or later. But I honestly, straight up, I thought Gatto was a long shot. The idea of him making it back into a modern KOF, I thought he was just kind of one of those where it was like, yeah, he was in Garo, he was in KOF 11, and I think, 2003, but he's just like of that era, and we're going to keep him there. The fact that he made it in blows my the fact that I have this man back and within KOF 15, y'all motherfuckers ain't ready. Y'all are not ready for this man to be in this game and start breaking y'all's necks. You're not fucking ready. So we got him, which is just like again, total shatter all expectations moment, because given who could possibly be in, because let's just put it out there, right? Kim, excuse, pardon me, I've got a little bit of a cough, so if that pops up, please forgive me. But yeah, fucking Kim Kafwan didn't make it into KOF 15, but you're telling me Gato did? That's insane. The fact that is a reality is insane. DLC or otherwise, the fact that Gato's in before Kim, who is up to this point had perfect attendance, is just. And again, it's one thing that, like, yeah, he was kind of a dark horse pick, but this is a character that I've loved this character. Like, I think he's dope. He's not in many games, but the games he's in, I'm fucking playing him because he's that cool. And the fact that I got him back is just, personally to me, is really special. It's just really special to have him back, and it's probably kind of crazy that I'm gushing more about Gatto than I am Rock Howard, but there are enough people who are getting, lose their shit over Rock. And like I said, I was expecting fucking Gatto, man. Fucking Gatto. And then, on the tail end, to fill out the waifu role, we got B. Jenny. And this is another case where, again, B. Jenny is the character I wanted. I used her in Garo. I always thought she was cool. I found out recently she was based off of Nami from One Piece, so That's a fun fact for those of y'all that don't know, but are probably One Piece fans. But that said, like, again, another character, always dug her, always thought she was cool, but she was just very much, you know, kind of stuck in that era and has never kind of shown up in anything modern, really. And so she's in, right? She made it in. But here's the thing. If you look at Garo's roster, right, there's another waifu character there who, just looking at the probability, I would have bet she would have made it in before B Jenny, because I used to always say B Janae, but now based on the official announcement, she's B Jenny. But yeah, I would have bet that it would have been Hotaru. I was like, and I kind of made that devil's pact, right, with KOF 15 for a long time. I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure you're going to give me Rock, and if you give me Gato, I'm not going to be a greedy bastard and ask for, and ask for also B Jenny. I'll take Hotaru. I don't want Hotaru, but I'm sure that's how you'll give me, because Hotaru is allegedly Gato's sister. I don't remember if they made that clear, but for all intents and purposes, she's Gato's sister, and she has a friendship with Rock. So it's like she's connected to the other two team members of Team Garo. So it's like, yeah, of course I would think that she would make it in. But guess what? It ain't fucking her. It ain't her. It's fucking B Jenny. It is motherfucking B Jenny. So there you have it. Like, how much, embarrassment of riches. And she looks so hot. She looks so hot and fucking gorgeous. I thought SNK outdid themselves with Kula Diamond, right, a couple of weeks ago. Like, Kula was excessively animated, and I mean that in a good way. And like, yeah, there are characters where it's like, oh man, they look really good, but you take a look at Kula and I'm like, I feel like the animators and the modelers, they put some extra special love into her. And I feel that way with B Jenny, because she is just, again, just like, the thing that gets me is, I'm not talking about like, oh my god, the graphics are just like incredible. It is not the graphics, it's the animation and just the level of personality that comes out of these characters, and what they manage to squeeze out of B Janae, and the way that she is realized in KOF 15 versus like her 2D sprite in Garo is just, yeah, I keep repeating myself, but it's really like, it really is a shatter all expectations moment. It really is. And I'm just going to be real. I see SNK get a lot of shit, right? I see SNK get a lot of shit just for like, oh, why can't they look like Guilty Gear, or somehow like their animations still suck and all this. Get the fuck out of here. Credit where credit is due. They animated the fuck out of these characters. They look phenomenal, and it's just like, I got my dream team. Like, just, I have no other way to put it. I got my motherfucking dream team, and it's just like, I'm over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. And if that wasn't enough, because they announced 2 DLC teams, right? They're like, yeah, we're giving you 2 off the bat. We didn't get full character trailers, but they revealed that we're getting Team Southtown. See, Team Southtown as DLC 2. And how did they start it off? They started off by playing the classic Soy Sauce for Geese, and they do that thing where they're showing you like parts of the character. I fell out of my seat because I'm sitting there and I'm sitting here going, that's fucking Geese. But it's not just the fact that it's Geese in a motherfucking business suit, looking like the total boss that he actually is. And then you got his right-hand man, Billy Kane, who's also styled out in a suit. It looks like a high-class balancer. I love it. Might be my favorite design. Yeah, my favorite design for Billy. He looks so cool. Like, I love classic Billy, but just, he looks like he should stand right alongside Geese. So super happy. And then rounding out him is the other, bad motherfucker, badass to Ryuji Yamazaki, right? Ryuji Yamazaki's back, and I know myself and every other SNK fan out there is asking, please let him keep the coat. Let him keep his big ass, his big ass gang coat, because he just. And just even looking at just their character portraits, right? They look great. Again, they all have personality. They all look distinct. They're not, copy and paste. They're not these copy and paste faces, right? It's not that. So, they look incredible, and this is already rounding out a roster of fan favorites, and I've just been caught up with other shit, but I've been meaning to make a video about the King of Fighters 15 roster, which I think I'm gonna try to do over the next couple of days, because it's I know some have said it's a safe one, and yes, it largely is a play it safe, but it's also a roster that's full of fan favorites, and if you asked people probably like 3 years ago, or so, that you would get a KOF game with this particular mix, no way. Absolutely not, because you just wouldn't have had this mix of classic characters, new characters, that really spawns the franchise without it being a dream match, right? And technically, this is a dream match. It's canon, but it's a canon dream match. I've been saying that for years, which is part of the brilliance of the game, because for those of you that may not know, part of what SNK has prided itself on with KOF is that it has a continuous story, and things like death actually matter. And because of that, and they did that because they didn't want their older games to be obsolete. So it's like, even though KOF 97 is a thing, you still might like someone in 95, and we still want you to play those games, right? And they want the Orochi Saga to still be relevant, same alongside the Ness Saga, Ash Saga, so on and so forth. And it's largely been very successful at that, but at the same time, you always find yourself, missing somebody, and it's tough to kind of, get a mix. So and I know I'm getting all over the place, because again, I'm just blown back by excitement here, but come on. We got Shizuru, who's the first big, surprise drop. We got, Chris, Shermie, and Yashiro, right? Those were the big ones. Fucking K49 coming back as Cronin, that one's pretty huge, right? As far as, again, just never thought it was gonna fucking happen. Sure as shit did, right? Those are the really, I'd say those are the really big, oh shit, but Ash Crimson, right? How can I fucking forget Ash? Ash and Elizabeth, right? Ash and Elizabeth. So you add them, Shune and Meitenkun obviously got to represent their roster. I'm happy that out of the others in 14, Wulong made it back. She definitely, I think, deserved it more so than probably most of the other 14 newcomers outside of, Shune and Meitenkun, since they're important to the plot. So it's so they're repping 14. And again, if the thing that you have to consider is it's I could have wanted, and again, no disrespect to Kim fans, I get it. If I was a Kim fan, I'd be royally pissed that he's not in. I'm pretty confident he's making it in as DLC, but I get it as it's he had a 95% chance, right? He's perfect attendance, right? Total shoe-in, and yet you're telling me he's sitting this one out? Yeah. No one would have predicted that. Absolutely nobody. Back to my point, though. My point... Oh, also, Hydern teaming up with two new chicks? No one saw that shit coming. People say they did when the cover art came out, but realistically, the idea that Hydern's going to be teaming up with two new people is just... Up until that point, canonically, it didn't, you wouldn't have necessarily put those puzzle pieces together. But I digress. My point is that at 39 characters, right? You're talking 39 characters, and we want to represent this franchise in totality, right? We want to represent this franchise into... Oh, Antonov. Antonov also is from 14. See, I'm already forgetting. And then technically you can count King of Dinosaurs, a.k.a. not T-Zoc. See, I'd have to have the damn, list of characters in front of me. My point being, at 39 playable characters and to pick and choose to represent all the different sagas, which there are 4, spanning 20 years, it's fucking solid. It is a fucking solid roster, and SNK worked their ass off to make sure that it was balanced, that it was diverse, and that there's basically something for everyone. I mean, of course, you're going to get... things are going to be weighted heavily towards the Orochi saga, because that's the one that KOF is most famous for. Like, people know, like K-Dash and Kula, but they're not really familiar with the NES saga games. So it makes sense that, things are more weighted towards the old school. But, again, relatively, SNK did a hell of a job. And as far as, and as far as DLC, again, knocked it out the fucking park. And as an SNK fan, I'm elated. What can I say? I am absolutely elated. Ugh. I'm so happy. Can't tell you how happy I am. Tell you, I'm so fucking happy that it's real. I'm so fucking happy it's real. Anyway, so I know this is supposed to be a Guilty Gear stream about biking, and we're still gonna do that. But yeah, I just had to get all that hype out of my system, and I'm really restless. This was the last thing I expected to see today was the fucking KOF 15 DLC trailer. Because the thing is, too, is they drop on Wednesdays. Like, Wednesday is, announcement day for KOF. It's been that way for a year. And so, they've done some cheeky shit, right? But this one was just like, yeah, wasn't ready. Absolutely was not ready. Holy fuck. Yeah. Shit. And you know what? Probably cut that right there. Make that the reaction video. I might do something with that. But anyway, it's enough about KOF 15. I'm fucking hype. I'm going to be playing the shit out of it during, when it comes out. Or obviously, I mean, what I meant to say is that I'll be playing the shit out of it during stream. I'll be focusing on it. I'm going to try to divvy up my time between KOF and StrIVe, but in the immediate, I want to focus on KOF because I just didn't, it's KOF's fucking time, man. It is KOF's fucking time. 14, was supposed to be the reintroduction of KOF and, the reintroduction / relaunch. And it was successful, right? But it didn't really take off, and a lot of that had to do with the visuals and overall presentation of the game. That's been litigated to death. My point here being is that 15 feels like the true comeback for KOF since 13, really. I'm not really kind of... This really does feel like KOF's coming back. It's going to be in the spotlight. People are finally going to really, dive into it and just kind of see what it's all about. And it's just... And it's going to have fucking rollback! Oh! It's going to feel good to play online. Oh, yes! Oh my god! It's going to be such a good pack. It's going to be the KOF game I've always wanted. It's going to be KOF as I've always wanted it to be, and how I've kind of idealized King of Fighters, because it's just going to have a lot of personality and style. Just shit, yeah, again. That's what I've always loved about those games, is just a lot of style and personality, and it was the original anime game before this shit, right? So, and interestingly enough, even though not everyone believes me, KOF 15 has taken a lot of notes from the Guilty Gear StrIVe playbook, and in addition, Guilty Gear has taken pages out of KOF. So, I'm just fucking around here, and I know I keep talking King of Fighters. What can I say? I'm happy. But, biking, right?